There's not just one way to garden. For me, what works for me so far and what I've tried are.
Yeah, I just got back from inside. Of course, it's raining Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, the weekends are like my go-to. I feel like I'm starting seeds now every weekend or doing something gardening related. During the weekends, I'm just too busy during the week. Um, but anyways, it is raining, and I had to get more. Oh, what are these called? Trays, and I also had to get some of the pots as well, and I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought. I had the actual cell trays, the cells, and the pots. I had to clean some, and it was raining outside, and I also did the dirt part outside, so it was just, I don't know if you can still see my hair. But anyways, it was very wet. Now we're inside, and I'm gonna show you how I start my seeds. Let's go.
In starting seeds indoors, I'm going to share with you probably my number one tip or trick in order to be successful starting your seeds indoors. That has at least worked for me, and I'm sure it will with you too.
So now, let me tell you, there is not just one way that you can start your seeds. I'm using trays, cells, and pots, but that's not to say somewhere down the road that I might invest in some soil blocks, but I like these trays. These trays work for me. They are from Bootstrap Farmer.
I'm going to show you my setup, but again, there's not just one way to be successful when starting your seeds. Some people soil blocking actually sounds very interesting to me. I have not done it yet. I invested in these trays and cells and pots. They still work great for me. So since I made the investment, I'm going to continue using them until, I don't know. So in my case, starting seeds indoors, you need some type of shelving unit. Again, this is just what I do and where I found success. This is my 5th year gardening, and this is really the first year, like fine tuning it, that I'm finding so much success. And I'll show you behind me in my seed starting and germination. So I just have a metal shelving rack. You can get them at any big box stores, things like that. I bought mine on Amazon. Sorry, on the weekends, I'd rather just be gardening, doing all the things versus out shopping, out and about. So I just got mine on Amazon. Then you'll need trays, um, the cells, and the pots. I don't know why my brain's like not working today. Sorry. Must have been a long week at work or something. So mine are Bootstrap Farmers. Been using Bootstrap Farmers for probably 3 to 4 years now or so. Love the quality. Um, really just kind of everything I was looking for. I mean, they just have, and they have so many different sizes. I have 2 to 3 inch pots. I have 50 cell tray. I have 72 cell tray. I also think I have like a 200 plug. Got these humidity domes. We'll get into those a little bit more in just a minute. But you'll need some type of tray. I will be honest, you can learn from my mistakes in this video. I have purchased trays prior to Bootstrap Farmer from Amazon. I thought going the cheaper route was cheaper, and I thought that was the way to go. And they only lasted a season. I guess they lasted a season, but they did not last long. I've had these trays from Bootstrap Farmer. I mean, it's probably been 3 years. I don't think 4. I think it's been 3 years that I've had these trays. I mean, just the quality. They're so much thicker plastic material that they're very durable, hold up well. So I appreciate that. So we talked about the shelving unit, talked about the trays and cells, what I use from Bootstrap Farmer, and then what else? So next we need to talk about your seed starting mix. I've used a couple different bags, I guess, of seed starting mix. Let me preface this by saying what I'm doing right now is not the most economical. It needs to be. I'm sure it will be. I'll make the shift here soon. But right now I am buying just a little bag of either 9 or 12 quart seed starting mix. The Burpees organic potting mix, I get that off of Amazon. I can link that down below for you as well if you're interested. Or um, if I am out and about at a big box stores, you can get other seed starting mix. It's I think 12 quarts. It's a little bit more economical too. I just get the organic option as well. I prefer organic as much as I can just because I'm also growing my own vegetables along with my flowers. So I do invest a little bit more in organic seed starting mix. And then next, you need your seeds. So I buy a lot of my seeds from In My Gardener, Botanical Interest. Those are probably my top two. This year I did buy quite a few seeds from Johnny Seeds for my flowers. I also bought some pumpkins as well. I bought floret seeds from flowers as well, florets originals. The next you'll need your seeds. And I believe lastly, nope, not lastly, but one of the next things we'll talk about is your grow lights. And I will link those down below. I'm not super light expert. All I know is that these are not like grow lights. These are just, well, these are just shop lights. And this right here has been a game changer for me in my seed starting success. You can see this little like purple, red, blue light behind me. Last year, maybe it was the year before, I invested in this little light. Not saying it doesn't work, but I was trying to literally do 4 trays because it has like 4 little wings things and there's just not enough light for what I was trying to do. So I have 2 shop lights per tray. So I have 4. Also, another little hint, my rack is, gosh, my knees. Let me move this. This rack is 3 feet, and these lights, from what I could tell, are only even numbers. So this is 2 foot, and they had 4 foot, but I didn't want 4 foot like hanging off. You know what I'm saying? So down the road, if I up my seed starting game, I will probably invest in a little bit different setup. I'll probably get a 4 foot wide shelving unit. That way I can get 4 foot lights. But again, that's just if I really, right now I'm making it happen. I'm making it work. I'm successful. So I'm not going to change anything now, but down the road, if I want to grow more flowers, grow more vegetables, I will invest in probably a wider shelving unit as well as bigger lights. Okay. Another thing is humidity dome. So 2 new things that I'm doing this year that have really helped me be successful in starting my seeds are humidity domes. This is Bootstrap Farmer as well. And then the lights that we just talked about. So the humidity domes, Bootstrap Farmers, these tomatoes, last weekend I started these tomatoes, and you see like they've already germinated. They germinated like yesterday. Some of them popped the day before. That was in like 4 or 5 days. That has never happened for me before. So tomatoes I think are usually like 7 to 14 days. Mine germinated like day 5, and it's because of the humidity domes. Now as soon as they germinate, you want to take them off. You don't want them to just sit, you know, in that humid environment. But the humidity domes, yes, recommend. Now you see a lot of people, if you know, they'll mention using heat mats. I'll be honest, I have not invested in heat mats. So I have not invested in heat mats, nor do I think I'm going to at this time. Starting my seeds indoors, right now my house is somewhere in the 70s range. I mean, and I'm successful. So, you know, if I can save a buck, I'm going to save a buck. I don't use heat mats. I know some do, and they're successful as well. Maybe in the future, if it becomes something like a necessity, like I need to, I'll invest in heat mats, but for now I don't use any type of heat mat or anything like that. So one last thing, and I guess a little bonus. Now this I wouldn't say is long term, but it's also being resourceful. Um, I had sown too many like jalapenos in a one cell tray, and so I am using my baby food jars instead of tossing them in the trash. I've saved some, ran them through the dishwasher, and now I have a little jalapeno growing out of this little glass jar, and you can see the roots. Now, yes, this is being resourceful and it's awesome getting a second use out of a jar. This I would not want it to be long term for that reason of the roots. As you can say, they can get root bound, but also, you know, a cell tray or pots, they have holes at the bottom, drainage holes. That way the roots don't get like rotted in the bottom. This will be fine for probably another 4 weeks, just being super careful not to overwater. Um, but yeah, just getting a second use out of a jar. That's pretty cool. Check out those roots. You see a glare. Ah, sorry about that. And then also behind me, I'm not sure if you can see, there they are. I'm also recycling, haven't used them yet, some Lysol, Clorox, whatever they are, wipes, and I am going to be using those. I believe they haven't come in yet to wake up my dahlia tubers, so I'm super excited for that. So just been kind of keeping them as we use them. Well, been keeping them for quite some time now. But just it's another plastic container I can use to wake up dahlia tubers. If I can do it, so can you. Until next time, bye, friends.